What percent of macros should I be aiming for when trying to lose fat and weight? He's 25 years old, 220 pounds, 6'2". He used to be a hardcore swimmer when I was younger, 6 years ago. But I don't have much experience with weightlifting, but I've done enough lifting to know what I'm doing. Okay, so I'll just bucket you into beginner for weightlifting. 6'2", 220 pounds. It sounds like, I'm gonna guess you're trying to lose weight. So yeah, all right, you already mentioned that. You're trying to lose fat and lose weight. So macros. To dial in your macros, start with minimum protein and minimum fat, and then just fill in the rest. So first of all, actually before you even do that, do you know what your calories are? How many calories you're gonna eat every day, Goralite? If you don't know how many calories you want to eat, you can go to the Twitch chat and type !TDEE, total daily energy expenditure. That's basically your maintenance calories. You can go to my website, dominationtime.com/TDEE, and figure that out. So in Goralite's case, he's eating about 1,700 calories a day. I don't know what your maintenance is, but it sounds like a deficit to me, like you're going to be losing weight on that. So how do you calculate your macros? Very simply, start with your calorie intake, assuming this is sustainable for you. I don't know if it is. So we got to make sure that you're eating enough calories to where you don't feel like you're going to crash and burn because it's just too low. All right. So assuming that's going to be fine, 700 calories per day. He is 6'2", 220 pounds, beginner in weightlifting. Okay. Weight loss goals. Okay. So from 1,700 calories, calculate your minimum protein and minimum fat. So protein minimum, or protein range, broadly speaking, 0.6 to 1.0 grams protein per pound in body weight. Where basically, if you are, the more obese and the more of a beginner you are, 0.6 grams of protein per pound body weight is probably fine. The leaner you are, the more advanced you are, the stronger you are, you should be moving more towards 1 gram per pound body weight, or even more if you can. It's not always practical to eat more than 1 gram of protein per pound body weight, but more is better. It's just expensive and impractical sometimes. Okay, so, and then calculate your fat. Fat's gonna be, aim for about 0.3 grams per pound body weight. If you go plus minus 10, 20, 50% of this, it doesn't matter in the short term, as long as in general, you're not having a very low amount of fat. Like 0.1 grams of fat per pound body weight is very low. So let's do the math right here. Since he's a beginner and he's trying to lose weight, at 220 pounds, 6'2", we're gonna do 0.6 grams per times 220, which is going to be 132 grams. So 132 grams protein minimum. Fat would be basically the same number divided by 2. 66 grams fat minimum. So the rest of your calories can come from any combination of that. So how many calories do you have to work with that you can put in as protein, carbs, or fat? Let's do a quick estimation here. 1,700 calories minus, so how many calories do you have left over to eat whatever you want? 4 calories per gram of protein. So we're gonna do 132 grams of protein times 4 calories, and then minus also the fat, which is gonna be 9 calories per gram of fat times 66. So another way to put that is 1,700 minus, so let's do the math really quick. 4 times 132 equals 528 minus 9 times 66, 594. So how many calories do you have left over? You have 578 calories left over for any macros. So what that means is you could then turn in these 578 calories into all carbs, a combination of carbs, protein, fat. Since you are 6'2", 220 pounds and you're trying to weight lift and you've got such a low amount of calories, this is this is not impossible, but this is borderline becoming unsustainable probably long term. So keep that in mind that you might be, if you're starving out of your mind and your just performance sucks, consider upping your calories. That being said, 578 calories, I would probably put almost all of this towards carbs, maybe a little bit of protein to feel more full. Balance that out to where you feel the best. You might feel the best on having this all be carbs, have it all be a little bit more protein, a little bit more fat. It's up to you. So there's no one right answer here. I think I do not like being overly specific on macros. I like giving people ranges. Calories is more important. So if we're to convert this to carbs, it'd be 578 cals, right? 578 cals divided by 4, because it's 4 calories per gram of carbs, equals 144 grams carbs. So those are your macros. Those are an example anyway. Minimum 132 grams protein, minimum 66 grams of fat. Fill in the rest however you want. I'd probably do carbs. And that's the macros that you do. I don't like doing percentage macros of like 25, 25, 50 or something like that. Or like 40, 40, 20. I like calculating minimums and then just filling in based on preference. Racktron says, I felt like I lost so much strength when I tried to drop my carbs under 100 grams per day. Yeah, I felt the same too. When I'm cutting, I have not a lot of calories to work with. Carbs feel so good, man. If you like the content, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Also, follow us on Twitch and leave the notifications on. Feed your brain, feed your body, and see you next time.